Hi, everybody. I am so pleased I figured out how to do this. Hi, everybody. This is Audrey. I didn't even let everyone know I'm going to be here live because I wasn't sure if I could do it. Um, I didn't get on last week because I just could not figure it out. And so, a brief few words if you don't know me, I am a healer, a clairvoyant. So many words. Okay, an empath. I am an artist. I paint frequency stones. I will show you two of them because I have them here. I've written books. I'm an evolving soul. And it is time. The guides have told me I have to stay away from politics. However, I can let you know how to recognize certain kind of personality types. That I can do, and I will do that. So definitely, if you're watching, let people know that I'm actually here. And I will probably tomorrow, Wednesday, I go live literally. My actual podcast is 12 noon in Costa Rica and 1 o'clock on Eastern time. So I've looked at my notes that were for last week and I will kind of follow them along. And thank you so very much. For any of you who know me from my former TV show in New York City, if I look different, that was a few years ago, babies. So this is how I look for the moment, and time will go on. And I am like Greg Braden, who was on a 200-year program. So am I. Okay, if not more and beyond, because the guides told me years ago, and I didn't then want to say it because how do we say it? Okay, I'm a Cancerian in both Western and Vedic astrology. And in Western astrology, my ascendant is Aries. And so I can be pretty straightforward. In Vedic astrology, my ascendant is Pisces. And my moon is Leo in Vedic astrology. In Western astrology, my moon is in Virgo. I am Cancerian either way. And so, what we're going to do now, I'm going to take a few moments to really kind of center and uplift myself. And you can do that also. So, get comfortable. If you're in a place where you can take off your shoes, do that. I don't have my studio right now is my home, my bedroom. I have a room that is my studio gallery because I am painting rocks. And if you want my paintings, they are available. They are, for the most part, in Florida, and they are available. And yes, I do readings and healings and energy work. I absolutely do that. The only way you're going to know that it's really me is to talk to me, because I don't think there's anyone that will express themselves quite the way I do. And that is that. So I'm going to take a moment or two to lift my frequency. Then, if you look at the intro, I wrote the agenda, which was last week's agenda. And so the intro, which I wrote, like I'm a this and a that and the other. Folks, I'm a person just like anyone else exploring reality. And finding it that we are in an extremely interesting time in our time, space, place. And do I look at posts from beings that are quote unquote first contact specialists? Yes, I do. Do I think all of them are 100%? I think a lot are incredibly important and right on the money. I have a few ways of looking at things that are a little different. And I am constantly learning, constantly. I take pauses, I rest. And we can even talk about longevity, although that was not what I had planned for today, but who knows? So I'm going to take a moment. I didn't put any music on, so it's going to be quiet. I'm going to close my eyes. Hold on, I'm going to get these things. So you won't hear any sounds unless it's me making noise or picking up my little bells. And I'm going to take a moment to lift my frequency. I have my suitcases. I'm actually sitting on the bed. I have my suitcases behind the bed and I have my pillows against it, but sometimes very uncomfortable. They hurt. It's rigid. But such is life. Okay. And if by any chance any of my grandkids get a chance to see this, hi, babies. Hi. Okay. So hold on. By the way, if you know how to bring this to YouTube and to a whole slew of other platforms, let me know because I don't know. Um, I want them on all the platforms. I am here because the guides told me I had to get out there and speak again because I'm on the earth. I was born to raise frequency. I've always known I was born to make a difference. I've known that since I had any kind of level of thought. So I am good at what I do, tech stuff and all that. With that, I really, really benefit from help and support. So if you would like to bring some of that to me, please absolutely do so. I thank you for that. And I speak excellent English. I can speak some Spanish slowly, and I can speak a little bit of French. It's been quite a bit since I've spoken French. But if I have to, I can do a little bit. Okay, so right now, get comfortable. If you need to go to the bathroom, please do so. This is the best I've got for light because the window, which is shutters, closed. Costa Rica, that's just how it is sometimes. Let's do prayers that we keep all the electricity because now and then it just goes off. And that's that. And so for the moment, take it. Okay, let me guide you. Okay, I'm going to do it, the lifting process. Okay, so follow along with the sound of my voice. Taking a nice soft inhalation, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Was I up to 13, 14. Release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Breathe normally, slowly and gently. Notice how you feel. This is a nice, slow breathing to get you centered, to align your heart and your brain. Look up Heart Math Institute, HMI. It's either .com or .org. Learn this because in the times, space, place, frequency, that we are currently in on this earth, it is especially important to know how to be centered and to be able to get yourself centered pretty much instantaneously. Yes, you can do this. If I, who am a very emotional, feeling, passionate, quote unquote, very person, can do this, and I can, so can you. Does it take practice? Yes, most things do. Okay, now I'm a healer. Okay, I'm going to be sending healing energy to you. It's energy of light. Those of you that like the term Christ consciousness, I prefer not to use that because to me it sounds religious, and this isn't religious. This is spiritual. So if you like that word, you can use that word because it's all from that place. Okay? Does that mean you can do everything that Yeshua did? And that is the name, I believe, was his actual name? Okay. No, because he had and worked on it a very high frequency and had many teachers. If you are newbie at this, you'll still be able to do stuff. Anyone can. And with practice, you get better and better and better and better. And possibly younger and younger, not till a zygote. I don't think that, but you can maintain your energy, your verve, your health. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to be sending energy and healing and love to your hearts and your frequency. And then we're going to do the lifting process that I learned from the amazing Patricia Hayes when I studied with her at what was then called the Patricia Hayes Institute. So I'm going to take a moment because when I send, I usually close my eyes. All you have to do is allow yourself to receive. And if you're not watching this live, it does not matter. Open yourself to receive this energy. We are beyond space and time. We are. Okay. And if you study, and I'm not a physicist, I've done some readings, continue to do some readings, according to Bashar and a lot of other people, physicists and metaphysicists. Everything happens at the same time, maybe on quote unquote different channel. So it's all available to you. So I'm going to send energy, give you a few directions, and then you're going to allow yourself, if you choose to energetically get higher, lighter, and freer. This is all natural, no substances. Okay, you could drink water, but no other that. Breathe golden energy into your heart. Gently release, let go. Breathe in fuchsia energy all around your heart center, protecting, blessing, and uplifting. Gently exhale. Breathe in sparkling white energy into your Merkaba, your energy body, all of it. Fill up and gently release. Know that you're protected, you're safe, you're blessed, You are aligned with Source. You're part of Source. Simply allow it and allow yourself, allow to get higher and higher, lighter and lighter, freer and freer. You're getting higher and higher, lighter and lighter, freer and freer. Higher, lighter, freer. Higher, higher, lighter, freer. Higher, lighter, and freer. You're blessed. You're free. You really are. If you have thoughts that you are not, those are limiting belief systems. They can be changed. So allow yourself in your essence to be free. And I spell self, capital S, little s, ELF. Capital S is soul, essence, self. Little s is ego, personality, self. It is a spectrum. Higher, lighter, freer, easy, safe. Breathe in this energy. Send it to every aspect of who you are. Use your thoughts. Use your intention. You can actually heal yourself doing this. It's been proven by science. Dr. Joe Dispenza will give you stats on that. The phone is beeping me. Okay. Keeping your eyes closed, you may gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You may gently begin to move your hands on your wrists, your feet on your ankles. As you feel ready, you may gently begin to move your hands, pat your body. Move your head on your neck slowly, 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 slowly. When your head is upright on your neck and facing forward at your own pace, you may gently and softly begin to open your eyes. Notice how you feel. If you'd like, you may write it in a journal or use an electronic doodad to keep track of it, whatever it is, or simply be in the space of experiencing it. Your inner being, your outer being will know this is your experience. And yes, you can take notes. So let me see what I plan to do next. Hold on. Lifting. We did the lifting process. And now I don't know why my phone is doing that. So I don't know if someone sent me a message or whatever. So, I was going to send you on a whole journey. So life is a growth journey. You can use it as that, or you could use it as something else. I like it as a growth and a journey and a creative journey. And as I said, all of us no matter what we may feel like. And I have had and still have sometimes a galaxy of emotions, okay? I'm not a blah person, okay? Not, okay? And so, if you in any way are feeling triggered by anything happening in what may seem to be the outer world, and there are healers and other beings and channeled beings and all that that can say the outer world does not exist. It's all an aspect of what's happening inside. I still experience the outer world, so make whatever conclusions you want out of that. However, it is the inner thoughts, it is our inner energy. It's how we choose to vibrate at what frequency. That's how we create our reality. Okay. That really is super, super, super important. So, let me tell you something. I may have mentioned it in a previous podcast. I don't know because I was doing this on Facebook Live. I don't know if it stays. And yes, as I said, I would love support in doing this a lot. So I'm not allowed to say, let me see if I'm allowed to say this. There are people on the planet that are literally sociopaths, or what I will call sociopathic acting people. And just so people know, I'm going to say this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, I am a healer psychic. I am giving you what I feel and see. That's what this is. Take it as such. And if, which I'm not sure, this is YouTube, if I have a like button, please hit like. If I have a subscribe button, please subscribe. And on the like button, click it so you get the heart. I love hearts. So it's love. Okay. And so allow that. So if you see anybody, no matter who they may be, and they are behaving as though they have no regard for people, as though they have no regard for the planet, as though they have no regard for animals or anything, as though they feel nothing for anyone, and all they can think about is themselves, that's it. And if they do things that are harmful to people, and I'm not talking about someone not being a people pleaser, because being a people pleaser is also inappropriate, okay? You have to live from your heart and your soul. And that's a journey, I can tell you. But if that's how somebody behaves, no matter who they may be, whether they are famous, whether they are infamous, whether people know them, whether people don't know them, whatever their complexion may be, whatever their religion, if any, wherever they may come from, if they're behaving as though they do not care, and their actions will show you, not their words. People can lie. Okay? Don't let that be a shock to your little minds. And many people lie constantly. It's the way they communicate. Lie, 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 manipulate, manipulate, manipulate. So if you see sociopaths, let me say sociopath acting persons, don't listen to them. Don't even fight them. They're not going to listen. They have allowed themselves to be wired in a certain way, and until they choose to change, and I do believe they can, by the way, but not because you or I says so. They won't care. That's what part of being a sociopathic behaving person is. They do not care. And so if you get taken advantage of that, you, with love, look in the mirror of your own being and notice what you chose to avoid paying attention to. Do your best not to get angry at yourself. And if you get angry, that's part of what you need to transform. Because being angry at oneself and staying in that is going to harm your vibration. And what is needed on the earth now from as many of us as possible, from you, from me, from us, is uplifting our vibration and frequency. People who know me well know that sometimes if I get upset, and yes, I'm capable of it, my language can slip to the street. And do I know those words? Yeah, I do. Do I like it when I do that? No. And I'll say it as it's coming out of my mouth. I'll be apologizing. And some people will say, and they have, I don't care, it's fine. I know those words. I am not meant to be doing that. I am meant to keep a high frequency. So if you're asking me, do I always? Nah, now and then it's that. So I am aware of this and doing my best to stay at a high frequency. And you'd have to take pauses. Do I know people that I consider sociopath acting people? Absolutely. I may not know them personally, but I know exactly who they are. Their behavior shows it. That's how you know. They identify themselves by their behavior, not their words. I mean, I could say I'm tall. Folks, I am 4'10" and a smidge. To most adults, that is not tall. And even when I was at my tallest, 5'1.5" an inch, I was taller than my sister and my mother. So I thought I was tall. Hardly anyone else thought I was tall. So don't be fooling yourself by preconditioning. And everyone has been preconditioned by your family, by the culture you're born into, by whatever might be going on, by social media, by television, by the movies. And a lot of the people who are writing these things, producing them, not everyone has a high mentality. They don't. Some do, some don't. Someone who I like how she expresses herself and gets it out there, and she's stunning, is Jane Fonda. And I'm her contemporary. Okay, maybe she's born a few years before me, but we are contemporaries. So I knew of her in the movies when she was just starting out, because in terms of chronology, contemporaries. And so allow yourself to grow. And when you recognize, and don't go labeling people, don't do that. If you notice sociopathic behavior in yourself, get some healing. Find a healer. I'm a healer. And I do remote healing, which means over space and time. Check out my course, the Morph course. I didn't put it in the notes, but it's Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com/morph, MORPH, because everyone needs healing. Do the breathing that we did at the beginning. Every single day, do breathing process, meditation, uplifting your frequency and being that. If you find you've got a lot of anger that shows up, a lot of resentment, or however much, I'm not going to measure it. But if anger, resentment, pain, upset, regret, that has to be cleared for you to get clear. Is it work? It's internal work. And it's very important to do it. I mean, what else are you going to do while you're here? I'm not saying you can't hang out and do all that kind of thing, but if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to have a self to deal with. And I've seen people pass. I mean, it's up to you. And it isn't like to live here for a while, it's so hard. No, but there's upkeep. If you have a vehicle, there's maintenance. If you have a home, whether it's an apartment, whether it's a house, whether it's a palace, whether it's a little hut, you still have to do maintenance on it to keep it functioning. You have to clean it. And it's important to use products that are good for the environment so the place is healthful and so you are healthful. Make sure you're eating food as organic as you can get it. Make sure you're eating foods as naturally as you can get it. And I know it costs more money. I use that food. I know what it costs. And it's expensive in Costa Rica and it's expensive in the United States. Should it be? Not in my opinion. Grows right out of the earth. But what has our species done to this planet? Unfortunately, due to certain practices, much of the planet, due to a lot of human behavior, has become contaminated, poisoned, including the water, including the air. And this goes beyond plastic, although that also. So you have to become aware. You have to study however you do it. That does not mean every second of your life you are studying. No, go out and dance. That helps release a lot and brings up a joyous vibration. I mean, I love to dance. And so do any of that. Walk daily. If you're a runner, run. If you like to swim, swim. If you like sports, do sports. If you have a rebounder, a little trampoline, jump. Do yoga. Do any of these things. Make it a regular practice. Even if you feel depressed, and I know what that's like. It's not like I don't. Okay. Make sure you're getting food with a lot of B vitamins because that helps get rid of it. It helps deal with it. Make sure that you are drinking the cleanest water you can get. My fabulous SD501, my expensive, gorgeous Enagic Kangen water machine broke, and I've not yet had it fixed because, quite frankly, my money was such that it would have cost too much to have it fixed, and other money I would have had to put into it that I needed for other parts of my life. And I am a talented, intelligent woman, and I'm going through this. So don't get mad at yourself or blame yourself if you're going through ups, downs, ins, out, and arounds. Or if your money is super great, think that you're better than anyone else. You're not. And also look at, how do you earn money? What are you doing that brings finances into your home, into your life? Is it something honorable? Then keep doing it. If it's not, if it's in any way dishonorable, you may want to look at what you can do that's more honorable. And it isn't like this is good and this is bad and this is this and this is that. Let go of the labels. If it's coming from your heart and your soul, and in some ways you're facilitating the planet's health, people's health, animal health, generally it's a good thing. If it's not, you may want to look at it. And yes, do I know people have responsibilities? Of course I know that. We all do. So you find what works. And if you're doing one particular thing and your soul is going towards another, bit by bit by bit, learn what you may need to learn so you can transition into that in an easier way. So, although again, I said I'm not going to discuss politics, and I'm not, look at the earth, look at who is ostensibly the head of every different country, whatever you want to look at, male, female, whatever complexion. See what they believe in. See, are they actually helping the country? Even here in Costa Rica, where one of the popular sayings is Pura Vida, pure life. There are people that do not want to take care of the land, and the land is gorgeous. They simply want to buy up some land, put on extremely expensive buildings that most people cannot afford, and in some cases, harm the land. Do I like that? No, I do not. And if I let myself get in a rage, which I used to, then I'm hurting myself, and then I'm putting rage energy into the world. Do I have exercises that I can teach you to release that? Yes. Yes. So let me see what else I have here for us to do. Okay, I'm going to do cards. So let me teach you this. One of them is called 1, 2, 3, Roar. I taught my daughter this when she was little because, as I said, I'm an emotional person and I did not want my own child to get upset if I yelled. And I didn't want to yell, but did I ever yell? Yes, I have. And so if you're having a thing with somebody and there's anger, or even your own self, first do the protective prayer. That's on my website. Look for where I have things written. And the protective prayer was given to me by Source Spirit in the mid 90s. So that was a while ago. We're in 2025. So that would have been 30 years ago. So I've been doing it a lot. So you can start. The protective prayer goes like this, and you have to mean it and you have to feel it. Anything I may say, whatever it may sound like, look like, or feel like, is to go into the universe's light and love. Or anything higher that I may not even know about. Anyone I may mention in any way, shape, or form, consciously, unconsciously, verbally, mentally, or in any other way, including myself, is to be protected in light and love. And anything that might be higher, any places, spaces, vibrations made available within me as a result of this process, let that be also filled with light and love, or anything that might be higher. I do this for my highest good, the highest good of the universe, the highest good of all concerned, with free will and free choice for all concerned. Do that and mean that. If you just rattle it off and you don't mean it, it's not going to have any effect. It has to come from within you. You have to feel it. It has to be real for you. And so 1, 2, 3, roar goes like this. You become lions. You start small. The idea is to get the feeling out so that once you're not like this anymore, you can actually behave in a more measured, balanced way. And if you're dealing with somebody with anger and rage and upset between the two of you, and you're each doing this, not at each other, one here, you'll then be able to speak with each other and often laugh during the 1, 2, 3 roar, which I'm not going to take it to its fullest, but it's 1, 2, 3 roar. 1, 2, 3 roar. 1, 2, 3 roar. And you keep going till you're literally roaring at the top of your voice and letting it out. And you can do it at a wall. So you're roaring at the wall. Don't roar at somebody's face. Do not do that. That's not what you're doing. You're taking responsibility for your own energy, vibrations, emotions, energy in motion, emotions, so that you can have that more diffused, deal with the issue. And sometimes when somebody is doing it with someone here, somebody here, and you're roaring at a certain point, sometimes you can start laughing. And that helps diffuse whatever the issue was. And then you can speak about whatever it was in a very different energy than you might have before and come up with solutions. And as Einstein said, and I don't have the exact words, that you don't solve an issue with the same energy and belief system that created it. You have to go beyond that. That holds for all of us in whatever situation we may be in. So I know a lot of people are upset in the world over certain things going on, certain decisions that certain people are making, certain behavior that's happening. Do your best to stay as centered as possible. That's why I'm giving you this information, and to take forward steps. I'm not saying you can't demonstrate, okay, but mainly put your energy into creating solutions. Do something to make a change. That's why I am doing this podcast, to give solutions. And if you are whatever chronological age you might be, share this stuff with other people, create groups. We are more in the age of Aquarius than Pisces, so things get solved in groups. And now that Pluto is in Aquarius and not in Capricorn, and this year on March 31st, Neptune goes into Aries out of Pisces, and then next year, 2026, Uranus, April. I don't have. I think it's the end of April. Uranus is going to exit Taurus and go into Gemini. So our three outer planets, for the first time in many years, there are astrologers that will give you the exact years. I'm not her. If you want that, definitely listen to Pam Gregory. She will give you that. She's brilliant. And in addition, the small planets that I'm still learning about, there's an alignment going on. Today, there's an alignment of all our planets. So I'm glad I'm getting this out to you. And there's going to be a sea change. There's going to be a huge change in people's energy and vibration and what they want. Pluto in Aquarius is meant to bring more of people power, not quote unquote oligarch power, whether it's religious oligarch or some other kind of oligarch, which means mega, 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 mega money. And people can have money. I'm not saying not to have money. Use it appropriately, okay? Not to control people, not to harm the earth. That's complete inappropriate, whoever you may be, okay? That is it's a waste. It's foolishness. And if people are starving, no, no decent human being can do that. It's not in our nature. So these are some ways to look at somebody acting a little sociopathically, maybe, let me look. Okay, without labeling, because it takes more than that really to be a sociopath. Neptune, it's leaving Pisces, which is its ruler. As I said, March 31st. And today is, what is it? It's February, I think, 25th. So in a month and change, that's going to change. Aries is a very quick moving sign. It's fire. It's cardinal. It's the first sign in the zodiac. Pisces goes more slowly and figuring out what it wants and all that. Aries is going to go fast. And Neptune is the planet of ostensibly higher love, agape, can also be filmy and misty and stuff like that, not always wanting to take actual action. Well, in Aries, it's going to want to take action. So I don't know your charts. I'd have to know your chart to be able to tell you what it's doing to you. And because it will be, all of these will do something at some point to everyone's chart, because it's going to go through all the degrees over the years, and they will affect everyone's chart. So it's important to me, it's important to know that, so you can prepare for some of the changes. And Uranus, the planet of changes, okay, evolutionary, revolutionary, quick, okay, unique, different. Okay, as I said, it is going into Gemini. Gemini is mutable air, so it's communicative, and it's air, so it's quick. Taurus is fixed earth, slower moving, very deep feeling and sensing. But when Taurus wants to move, it goes. Taurus gets things done. Gemini is faster. So with these planets, Uranus in Gemini, Neptune in Aries, and Pluto in Aquarius, as they kind of move forward, there's going to be very different changes. Sorry, my nose itches. Spirituality can shift very quickly, whatever it might be. I'm not saying it's always better. It really depends what the situation is and who's making a decision. You still need wisdom. Some people forget about the importance of wisdom. And just because something has been around for a while doesn't mean it's awful. It might be. And if something is no good, we do not need it. Let it go. As you see certain conditions and certain ways of being kind of falling apart, some of it needs to fall apart. It sucks. We don't need racism. We don't need ageism. We don't need anti Semitism. Nobody needs that. We do not need starvation. We do not need misuse of women. That stuff is done. So if you see organizations that promulgate that, and those organizations and people are going through changes, quite frankly, let them. Let them learn the lessons their behavior has created. If you are learning lessons, notice what it is you are meant to learn. We are all getting lessons. I am used to having a different flow of finance than I'm having now. However, I'm still here. I am still finding and creating ways, among which is moving forward with Audrye now, which is this podcast. Would I like it fancy and this and that? Yeah, of course I would. I'm an artist. Holy cow. But you do what you can with what you have. And you do the best you can. You bless everyone. You bless that we all grow and evolve. We are all one family. And I don't know any family that everybody is so fine. And I know a lot of families. I mean, I'm in my 80s, so I have met quite a bit of people. And I have observed. So see what you need to grow from. See where you need to grow towards and take the steps to do so. Because wherever you are, that's simply a starting point. That's all it is. It's not the ending point. And even when we die, we do not finish. I am lucky enough, blessed enough to have had a near death experience. And I spoke with the shiny light beings, and they really were shiny light beings. Light. And in the conversation with them, while my body was in the process of birthing my daughter, the essence of me was with these shiny light beings. And I felt corporeal. I felt like I had a body. I even stamped my little foot in my conversations with one of them. And it did not feel like I was just air. No, 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 no. I felt like I had a body. So we continue. And the energy, oh my Lord, the energy was amazing. It was love. It was beautiful. The colors were extraordinary. I was uplifted. There was no fear, none. So, from my perspective, we continue. Do I think who I spoke with was an extraterrestrial? No, I do not. Someone else may think so, but I don't. And it was my experience. It was this very different vibrational energy. Could it have been? I mean, right now, with this whole thing that time happens all at the same time, everything's. I'm not even going to tell you I know exactly what reality is because I don't. None of us do. None of us do. Physicists do not. They are constantly learning new things, and some do not want to teach the new stuff because they feel it puts a lie to the stuff they've already been doing. And their egos get involved, so they hold back. Do I think that's a good idea? No, I do not. So that's what some are doing. So I want to do a little bit. So be aware of all of this. And if you want to reach me, let me tell you now how to do it. You can go to my website, Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com. There will be a phone number in there. Use it. I have an a United States SIM card in my phone, so all calls from a United States phone are free to me. You don't pay any extra, none. You don't have to use WhatsApp. You can, although WhatsApp somehow does not always seem to work for me. But you can call me directly. Will I always answer? No, I have a life. I might be busy. Leave a message. I will get back to you. Allow that. Be kind to yourself. Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. So I thought I would do some pet peeves. Then I'm going to pull some cards. So one of my pet peeves is, well, the usual one of any man leaving the toilet seat up. I don't know any woman that likes that. So just don't do that. Okay. Very annoying. Okay. Put it down. Make sure it's clean. Don't leave any yuck. Okay. That's a no. That's just plain a no. And the same for women. That whole thing, if you sprinkle when you tinkle, please be neat and wipe the seat. Yes, do that. Nobody wants to sit in your mess. Okay. You made it. You clean it up. Okay. And one of my pet peeves, I'll just give these and then I'll have more next week. Okay. Or tomorrow. Is a lot of times when I read things or hear people talk, they will say, Black people feel this or white people are that. No, no. Did somebody interview every white person? No. Did anybody interview every Black person? No. And what about the people, and this is another pet peeve of mine, that are mixtures, that don't acknowledge that for reasons of culture, for reasons of identity? What if somebody is very mixed, and I know a lot of people, they identify as Black, but their complexion could be beige, which means there is other coloration there in their DNA. And I don't need anyone to explain to me it could have happened through great, great, great parents. Yes, I know that. Okay, it could have, but it's still there. So there's a mixture. And it doesn't mean every person who identifies Black is the same color. No, different people in different areas have different looks, different structures, different physiology. Same with white people. We're not all blondes, nor do we all want to be. I don't want to be a blonde. I never wanted to be a blonde. Okay, this is coloration, but this is pretty close to what my natural color was. I like being brunette with a little bit of red. So even the so-called white people have different shades. And here in Costa Rica, a lot of people, you call them Tico, which are what some of the native people here in Costa Rica choose to be called. They're blends, and the Tico represents that. So get real. And no one color, no one culture, no one nationality, no one religion is better than another. Are some of them a little more enlightened in some areas? Sure. Are they all? No, no. And do most people really know what the actual founding belief systems were of their so called religion? Most people don't even know. They don't. And they're, let it go, relax, calmate, and breathe. And choose more spiritual, uplifting thing without all those labels and see what that does for you. Now, let me look at the let me show you the frequency stones. Hold on. Hold on. I have two of them here. Yuck. I can reach, but so far. I am 4'10" after all. So this is one. I pray, I meditate, I uplift when I paint them. I put crystals on them when they're finished. I sign them ASA, Audrey Susan Arby. I have little itty bitty ones, small ones, which are very inexpensive. But yes, you have to pay for shipment because I'm not allowed to leave the country with them or go into another country with them. I can't ship them. And the biggest one that I'm working on now is about this big, the width of my foot, and I wear my foot. And I wear a cute, huh? I wear a size 6 shoe. I can't even lift that one. Okay, the guides gave me a price, which I'm not going to get into. If you're interested, call me. But the little teeny ones, and you can see it on my website, those are extremely reasonable and won't cost very much to ship because they're light. Those that I just held up, maybe from Costa Rica to the United States, maybe $25 to ship, not sure. Pricing, talk to me. So now let me get into cards. So the last time I was actually live and I pulled runestone cards, I couldn't find my book that described what they meant. The book was under my computer, which when I moved my computer, I rediscovered it. So in case those people, because I don't have a listing of everybody that watched this podcast, and thank you very much for those of you who watched it. Let me see if I have them right here. They were challenging cards, by the way. That was obvious. Okay, so these are not them. Let's see where I might have put them, because I knew that by what the cards were. And it was a warning, because I said, let me pull cards that are good for people watching. And, I think I put it in the book. Okay, so here's one of them. Okay, one card was called Separation. Separation. And it is number 4. And what separation means, hard to read for me. Separation. Paths divide. Old skins are shed. How skilled means. All right, I have to put on my glasses. I had cataract surgery, and as a result, certain things are hard for me to read. I am not pleased with that, but American medical insurance, I would have it done differently because some of it only covers certain benefits. And if you don't have that insurance, which I did not, the rest can cost $1,000 to get further coverage. Did I have that laying around at the time? No, I did not. Okay, so separation. Number 4, retreat, inheritance. Othila, Othila. Paths divide. Old skins are shed. How skillful. I'm sorry, this is hard for me to read. How skillful, hold on, let me put this right here. How skillful the means that free you to become more truly who you are. So this was for us humans that I pulled 2 weeks ago. This is a time of separating paths. Oh, and I will pull two more. I'll pull one for today. Old skins must be shed, outmoded relationships discarded. When this rune appears in a spread, a peeling away is called for. Part of the cycle of initiation. Separation is a rune of radical severance. The proper action here is submission and quite possibly retreat, knowing how and when to retreat and possessing the firmness of will to carry it out. It doesn't mean you run crazily away, you do it in an organized fashion. Real property is associated with Ophelia, that's this rune, for it is the rune of acquisition and benefits. However, the benefits you receive, the inheritance, may be derived from something you must give up. Such a surrender can be particularly difficult when that which you are called upon to abandon is an aspect of your behavior or some part of your cultured inheritance. For then you must look closely at what until now you have proudly claimed as your birthright, whether it is your attachment to your position in society, to the work you do, or even to your beliefs about your own nature. The separation called for will free you to become more truly who you are. So that I pulled 2 weeks ago. And there was two of them that came out to my surprise. It was practically adhered to it. So the other one was number 7, constraint. And the definition in the book, it's the Book of Runes. Okay, this is it, the Book of Runes. Can you see it? Yeah. The Book of Rune cards. Constraint, necessity, pain. Nauthiz, Nauthiz. Follow the glistening dewdrops in the center of the web. Limitation defines us. Ordeals temper us. See the great teacher behind every disguise. And that could also be Saturn. The necessity of dealing with severe constraint is the lesson of this rune. The positive aspects of Nauthiz, Nauthiz, so I'm not sure of the correct pronunciation. The positive aspect of Nauthiz represents the limitations we directly cause ourselves. Its negative side attracts limitations from those around us. Both can be equally difficult to handle. The role of contrast is to identify our shadow, our dark or repressed side, areas where growth has been stunted, resulting in weakness that we project upon others. Not a good idea. Don't take this world personally. This rune is saying, work with the shadow, examine what inside you magnetizes misfortunes into your life. When at last you can look upon Nauthiz with a smile, okay, a real smile, not that silly thing, you will recognize the troubles, denials, and setbacks of life as your teachers, guides, and allies. The need for restraint is unquestionable here. Drawing this rune indicates that there will be holdups, reasons to reconcile your plans carefully. There is work to be done on yourself, so take it on with goodwill and show perseverance. This is a time to pay off old debts, to restore, if not harmony, at least balance. And I'm going to be doing that with this wonderful woman in Nigeria, bit by bit by bit by bit, and other people. So mend, restore, redress. When fisher people can't go to sea, it's usually fishermen, but could be women, could be non-binary, can't go to sea, they repair nets. Let the constraint of the time serve you in writing your stewardship to yourself. Be mindful that rectification comes before progress. So you have to clean your stuff. And once again, consider the uses of adversity. So it's also find a way to use whatever's going on within you or in your life in a positive way. And that's good for anyone. So now I'm going to pull a card for right now. This is the deck, little deck, so cute. And I have to be quiet and ask to pull that which is most beneficial for all of you who are watching, may watch, will watch, and see what's good for you. So I have to be quiet. Okay, let's see what we have. We have, oh my God, I pulled constraint again. And I shuffled really well, really well. So if I pulled constraint again, which I just read to you, so you can play this again, this is a time for our species, the states, Costa Rica, the world, to really be looking at what we are doing, what we have to clean up within ourselves. I'm going to take it personally. I didn't pull a card for myself. So I'm going to put this in here and see a card for me. I didn't pull one for me. So for me, I pulled Flow 18. Where is it? Flow. Okay. But I'm going to take constraint personally also because I'm part of the collective. We are all part of it. What do I need to let go of? What do I need to look at? What do I need to shift on? Where do I change how I may identify? So, yeah, just so you know, the fact that I had the courage to get on this, uh, not fully prepared, but I'm doing it. I'm so thrilled that I'm here. Thank you. I didn't send out any emails. I didn't let anyone know because I didn't know if I'd be able to make it. So, yay. So, let's see what flow is about. Flow to me would mean, and it's number 18, let things happen. Go with the flow, create flow, allow flow to be what's happening for you. So, let us see what flow means. Please tell people about this show moving forward. And I get a kick out of that also because I'm a Cancerian and we move like this. My Aries ascendant is forward, Cancer, and it's like this because we are moving forward. Be aware of that. And I will say this. Oh, wait, can I say this? They said no politics. I'm going to leave that alone because so I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, so flow. Hold on. Flow, water, that which conducts. I'm a water sign, Cancerian. Lagus, Lagus. No, Laguz. Between movement and disruption comes a perfect moment when all things sing together. Sky, sea, sand, earth, blood. Their song is called flowering. That's like flowering. So, unseen powers are active here, powers that nourish, shape, and connect. The attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow of emotions, of vocations, and relationships. Lagus supports your desire to immerse yourself in the experience of living without having to evaluate or understand. It speaks to the satisfaction of emotional needs to the awakening of the intuition, no, yes, of the intuition or lunar side of your nature. Cancerians are lunar by nature, it's ruled by the moon, okay, just the sun sign. Draws, okay, differentiation, the moon draws us, okay, to the lunar side of your nature. For while the sun strives for differentiation, the moon draws us toward union and merging. Yes, this rune often signals a time for cleansing, for revaluing, reorganizing, realigning. Well, that goes with the other one. A rune of deep knowing. Legus may call you to study spiritual matters in readiness for self transformation. I'm up for that. I'm a yes. Success now lies in contacting your intuitive knowing, which is interesting to say to me, your intuitive knowing, and attuning to your own rhythms. A rune of the self relating rightly to the self, of the self little s, relating rightly to the self big S, which remember I told you I spell self, capital S, little s, E, L, F, and they're referring to that here in a different way. Interesting. Flow signifies what alchemists call the conjunctio, or sacred marriage. In fairy tales, it is the end, whereas the hero and heroine live happily ever after. I like this. So that's a yes. And do I have to clean up schmutz and this and that? Yes, I'm part of the collective. And is my house perfectly neat? No. Is it decently clean? Yes. Would I like it more so? Yes. Okay. And that's part of it. Do I clean with holistic stuff? You know I do. Okay. So that, I'm sorry I'm saying okay so much. So these were the rune deck. Now let me go to the medicine cards. Hold on. Medicine cards. This is the book. It's like Bear and Company. It is from Bear and Company. And you want to, well, I haven't looked at it yet. I don't have it. Barbara Hanclough has a new, she's brilliant, just brilliant. But she's got a new book out. What is it? Oh, shoot, something, The Alchemy of the Ninth Dimension. You may want to take a look at that because that woman is truly brilliant and deals with, oh, let's call it interdimensional energies, as do I. I'm very much an interdimensional kind of person. So I'm going to shuffle these and I'm going to be asking what card is the best card for all of you, the collective. What card? So let's see. This card, what did I pull? Squirrel, number 26. This is the card. Well, it certainly has to do with gathering your nuts. So let's see, so to speak. And it's an 8. So that will have to do with abundance. Squirrel. Okay, this is squirrel. Squirrel. You have gathered nuts by the score, exactly predicting if you'll need more. Teach me to take no more than I need, trusting Great Spirit to harvest the seed. Yes, too many people, definitely in the United States, think they need way more than they need. Way more. And in other areas. And waste, oh my gosh, so much stuff, which is extremely foolish. Not a good idea. So, squirrel gathering. Squirrel teaches you to plan ahead for the winter when the time, okay, let's see, when the trees are bare, and it's hard for me to read. No, I can't read without them. When the trees are bare and the nuts have long since disappeared, squirrel medicine can come in many forms, as the furry creature is very diverse in nature. The erratic behaviorist squirrel has bested many a full-on hunter, and it thus stands to reason that there are benefits in being able to circle a branch at lightning speed. This erratic behavior of squirrel can also get nerve-wracking if you are dealing with persons who have squirrel medicine. Trying to calm them down enough to accomplish something may drive you nuts. The gathering power of squirrel medicine is a great gift. This is for you all, and me too. It teaches you how to gather and store your energy for times of need. It teaches you to reserve something for future use, whether it be a judgment, an opinion, a savings account, candles, or extra food. To put it in a nutshell, squirrel is the Boy Scout. I'm also going to say Girl Scout of the animal kingdom, always prepared. In today's world of changing times and fortunes, it is the wise person who prepares for the future. Our prophecies have all spoken of the end of the millennium. We are there. And the change, we already passed the end of the millennium. We're at an end of an age right now, the beginning of others. Maybe I'll talk about that in another podcast, not right now. Okay, being told, where am I? Okay, talk about the end of the millennium and the changes to come. We're in that. And just starting. I just told you about the outer planets changing. Squirrel is a friendly medicine to have in light of possible future rainy days. Its message is to be prepared, but not to go nuts with it. Love yourself enough to gather the goods that will meet your needs in times of scarcity, even if that time never comes. If squirrel has has scurried into your cards today, it may be that you are being told to honor your future by readying yourself for change. The message could be to lighten your load if you have gathered too many quote unquote things that do not serve you. These things, in quotes, can include thoughts, worries, pressures, stresses, or gadgets that have been broken for years. And understanding the balance involved in gathering, you need to look at the idea of circulating the stock, yes, of what you have gathered. Call the nearest thrift store and give the gadgets to someone who could benefit from them. If something no longer grows corn, that means is of value for you, then it is time to let it go. Squirrel has another lesson which can aid you if you observe what is obvious and which can prepare you for anything. It has to do with the safe place in which to put your gatherings. This safe place is an untroubled heart and mind, and that which is gathered to put in this place is wisdom and caring. The energies gathered will set your mind and heart free so that you will know that all will be taken care of in its own time. Apply this to your fears about the future, and they will vanish. And that's true. Take the steps that need to be taken. Oh, these glasses is specifically for close work. After I had cataract surgery and can't wear them regularly, I can get dizzy. So, all right, okay. There are things happening in various countries where certain behaviors are. Am I allowed to say this now? Because no politics. Okay, so what I'm going to say, because this is a healing show and the guides are letting me know very, very, very specifically no politics. So keep a positive mindset. Find something positive in everything you're doing. Find things to laugh with, not laugh at. Do not do that. I like to dance. If you like to dance, go dancing. Go walking, not in the rain. Well, however you like it. And have gratitude. So there were things I would have liked to get into, but not yet. So, what are you grateful for? Are you grateful that you're alive? Are you grateful that you're here to see this show podcast offering. This is a blessing. Do you know that you're a blessing? You have gifts and talents that the world desires. Bring them forth. Please hit the like button, the love button, make it a heart, or the like button, fine. Hit, what's that one where you become? I forgot the term even, okay? But allow yourself to be part of this community. Please tell people about this podcast. I am officially live on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Costa Rican time. Thank you for participating. Bless you. Bye. Thank you.